Hey, and welcome back to Bideo Game. This is a podcast where we take a dive through the terrible world of bad adaptations of video games into movies and television. I'm your co-host, Braden.
I'm
You got this. I believe in you.
I was in the middle of trying to drink some smoothie. I'm drinking a smoothie.
That is your other co-host, Libby. She is drinking a smoothie.
I almost made it come out my nose.
Why are those connected? Like,
Your nose and your mouth?
so I get, that air comes in through both.
Yeah,
but,
for breathing mostly.
It just seems weird that we don't have a fix for, food and stuff traveling between them.
I like when things come out my nose. That's my kink.
I don't like that you said that.
Why?
I actually have to quit the podcast now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was something we had in common.
What is that? Is that supposed to be a dunk on me in some sense? Because I have no clue what it could be referring to. No, I just thought it was
like what our friendship was based on. That we both become aroused when things come on our nose.
Absolutely not.
No? Oh, okay.
No, I think our friendship is based on
back to the drawing board.
Well, originally I think bad Tumblr memes.
Yeah.
That was definitely a solid basis.
I mean, yeah, we're just friends.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into it because I'll get embarrassed. So.
Okay.
I'm sensitive! I'm sensitive. I just want to leave it at that. Stop laughing!
I'm laughing in a very congenial, getting along sense, not at you.
Okay, thank you. I need the clarification. I was not joking when I said I'm on my period and everything makes me cry. I sobbed in my car while eating a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Oh, hell yeah.
For 20 minutes today.
That's the perfect crying food.
What made me cry? Don't remember. I think Bambi. Just thought about it.
Oh, did you see they're doing they're remastering that one?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw someone be like, perfect, what all kids want to see. Bambi's mom gets shot in realistic CGI.
I love Bambi. I mean, it's terrible and it's devastating. But I love Bambi.
I will say I don't think it was one of my, top Disney movies. I've definitely seen it. I don't know. I do want to say that on Snapchat, your number one best friend and my number one best friend are now the same.
Oh, it's Jordan?
We're also me and Jordan are best friends with the same person. So I just want to say that if you interrupt our streak of being each other's number one best friend, it will be the end for you.
Me and Jordan are best fucking friends now. Me and Jordan are best friends now. She sent me a picture of her watching The Bachelor, and I was like, listen, I don't care if you like me. We're friends.
Right.
If you don't like me, you have to learn because I'm not going to leave you alone. Nobody will watch reality garbage with me. I'm literally going to watch The Bachelor so that I have something to talk to her about.
Oh, you don't watch it?
No, you know what? That was the one where I was like, I just can't do it.
Yeah, last
I did watch it when I lived in Tallahassee, but it was not unironic.
It's definitely something that I think I'm okay with putting it on in the background if I'm doing laundry
I didn't realize
whatever
you
else.
Watched it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I used to watch it with Michaela. When her and I lived together, and like I was saying that now I'm okay with putting it on in the background, whatever. But it is way more fun to watch it with people. That's one of those shows where
it is.
That's
fun.
almost the majority of its value is as a group experience.
Yeah. And
because then you get to yell about, like,
yeah,
the decisions that people make.
Yeah, well, and then too, like you root for people.
Right.
It's like a sport.
And I'm sure that the showrunners, producers, whatever, whoever like gets the final say, like has a large hand in keeping around the people who like stir up drama.
Oh yeah.
Some of the people that like, I couldn't even tell you whose season, whatever. But I just remember watching a couple years ago, and there was a girl in there who like literally no one liked.
Oh, it's Corinne.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. And like she just like stuck around. It wasn't like top 3 or anything, but she was there for a while.
A long time.
Yeah, and it was just one of those things where it was like, okay, either he's seeing none of this, or the producers or whatever are like making sure she stays in for drama.
She made it all the way to the hometown episode.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I think.
God.
Yeah. And then I remember, too, like, she was not getting along with another girl in the house, and the producers, on purpose, gave them a group date. Like, it's just, like, evil shit like that when you're watching The Bachelor. I do fucks with The Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely... I was gonna say it feels a lot more, like, relaxed and not shitty, but they also had that thing happen a couple years ago.
With Corinne.
Was that with her?
Yeah.
Ew. Well, I mean, I feel bad for her in that case.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's The Bachelor. It's a show built on just, like, the most shitty, ridiculous premise in the entire world. So, like, you can't be surprised when shitty, ridiculous things happen.
Yeah.
Is that shitty, though? Absolutely it is. But, yeah. Anyways, when I watched The Bachelor in Paradise, when Sarah and I watched it in our house in Tallahassee, we did have 2 other roommates who, I don't know how she felt about living with them.
Right.
I wasn't pleased. But I remember one time we were watching it, a new dude showed up. It was like his first night there. There was a girl with one arm. This dude gets too drunk, and she was like, "You're being a little bit obnoxious." And he looked at her and he was like, "Shut the fuck up, you one-armed bitch."
Oh my god.
This killed us. Because we were like, what? Like, did he call her that? Yeah, he did. He called her a one-armed bitch. She took it like a pro. I wouldn't have reacted that way. I think I would have drowned him. But she was fine. Did you want to talk about Concerned Citizens? Wait, well, who's you and Jordan's best friend?
We're each other's number 1 is what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
So I was saying if you become her number 1 and ruin...
I'm about to just, like, fucking message her so much. Hey, guess who I have a Snapchat from? Jordan.
Yeah, she's been snapping me the whole time. So don't think you're special or anything. Concerned Citizens.
Concerned Citizens of Navarre. You may know this story. I don't know. So, for those of you listening, Brayden and I are from a town, as many people are, called Navarre, Florida. And there is a page group for on Facebook for Navarre called Concerned Citizens of Navarre. I'm going to kind of just do a quick breakdown of the kinds of posts in Concerned Citizens of Navarre, and then Brayden, you tell me if you think I'm missing anything.
Okay.
Okay, we have speeding in the school zones.
Absolutely.
We have bear.
Yep.
Snake.
Yep.
What is that booming?
For context, our town is very near an Air Force base, and there's always like gunships and bombs going off.
Like,
yeah.
Did I tell you? Okay, so Tim and I, when we were in Philadelphia, heard just like 2 huge booms, like giant. And I like dead ass went outside because I thought there was a fucking bomb. Like it was so loud. And so I didn't know what it was. And so I just called the like non-emergency line and I was like, hey, I just heard like 2 huge explosion noises. I just thought y'all might want to know.
Yeah.
And they were like, what did it sound like? And I was like, it sounded like a bomb. And they were like, you said there's a bomb? And I was like, it's not a bomb. And I was like, it sounded like gunships. It sounded like artillery.
Yeah.
And they were like, ma'am. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. I'm from Navarre. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that cop pissed me off, as all of them, everyone I interact with does.
Right.
Yes. So I would say that it's speeding in the school zones. I saw a bear. What kind of snake is this? What is that booming? Can you think of anything else?
There is definitely, this guy is going around stealing packages.
Oh, yeah.
Where they'll post, like, pictures from their Ring doorbell.
Well, I got kicked off before Ring and Amazon really took off.
I'm still on there, but I don't go on Facebook enough to see the posts.
Okay.
Nowadays. I'm trying to think. There's also, like, I mean, lost dog is a typical one. People will be like, I found this dog, or I saw this dog,
well, there
whatever.
is a specific Facebook group for lost and found pets of Navarre.
Yeah.
Now.
People just also post on Concerned Citizens for that. But, like, as an overall thing, just picture, like, suburban people getting mad.
Stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and they get fucking vicious.
Yeah, you could post what you would believe to be, like, the least controversial statement, and, like, someone in that comment section wants you dead. You could go in there and just be like, I think that,
dogs
I don't even...
should vote!
Well, yeah. But no, I mean, you could literally say, like, I like dogs in there, and that's it. And someone would be like, how dare you fucking post this here? Like,
yeah. And they're like, oh, so you hate cats?
Right. That's the tone.
And you're just, no. It's, okay, so I got kicked out. Also, basically, so many high schoolers thought that Concerned Citizens of Navarre was, just the pinnacle of comedy.
Oh, yeah.
That they did have to put in a rule that you would not join until after you graduated high school. Because we were just sitting there fucking around 24/7. I got kicked out of Concerned Citizens of Navarre my senior year of high school because a lady posted and she said, I need help with my computer. It's doing this. My mother, who did IT for the United States Air Force for 23 fucking years, was like, I think this is what it's doing. And she said, no, thank you. I only want professionals. And my mother was like, I currently do IT for the fucking government. Like, I'm a professional.
Right.
And this lady was just being a dick to my mom, and I like my mom. And so I got on there and I told this lady to blow it out her ass. And I got kicked out and then yelled at by my mom. Even though, in my opinion, the lady, A, should blow it out her ass, B, deserved it, and C, I'm fucking 18 years old. I should be able to cuss at people on the internet.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's another, like, big thing, is it's very much, like, civility over everything, but in the sense that, like, you can't swear.
Yeah, the woman who runs it is, I think she thinks she's the president of a fucking country. Like, she just treats it with, like, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. That's all I can say.
Oh, yeah, the other thing that's in there all the time is, like, local politics. So our hometown is it's not an incorporated city.
Yes, that is a big deal. Hey, Brady, like, are you pro or against incorporating Navarre?
I don't care really either way. I think pro just because the area is going to continue to expand no matter what.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there who are clinging to this idea of Navarre as this small beach town that no one knows about.
It's not.
And it's not that anymore, and it's definitely not going to be in the next, decade.
Yeah, not while the fucking Air Force Base keeps expanding either.
Yeah, so at this point, they should honestly just incorporate to get the benefits of being, like, a city and having, access to all of those things, but...
And keeping Navarre's money in Navarre. I'm very passionate. I think Navarre should be incorporated.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's a big fucking deal. Yeah, I got kicked out. I sorely missed Concerned Citizens of Navarre. I would demand that people give me their cell phones so that I could look at Concerned Citizens of Navarre. Like, I missed it because
Come on, man, I just need a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like rubbing it on my teeth. It's funny. I missed it. It's funny. So, my freshman year of college, I made a fake Facebook account.
Ooh.
So let me introduce you to Mara Jones.
Oh.
That is also the name that I catfished people on OkCupid with. Because I just like it. Mara Jones was born on April 20th, 1969.
Hell yeah.
She is retired.
Of course.
She loves her grandchildren. And she just wants to do whatever she can to make her grandkids happy.
She sounds lovely.
She is. I added a bunch of my old friends from high school, would comment. I was like still friends with them at this point. It was like fall semester of my freshman year of college. And I would comment on their stuff and be like, Grandma loves you. And their actual grandmas would be like, who the fuck?
Do you remember when that was like peak humor, was just posting on Facebook like you were an old person to all of your friends?
Yes.
I still think it's incredibly funny.
I still think it's very funny. Yeah. My sense of humor has not changed. Mara Wilson, she makes a Facebook, her Facebook picture, I remember, was like two hands being held out, and it had like a Photoshop flower, and it said like, nothing compares to a grandmother's love.
I just realized, isn't that Matilda? Mara Wilson, isn't that the actress?
I'm sorry, her name is Mara Jones. Her name is Mara Jones, not Mara Wilson. Yeah, that is Matilda.
Yeah. I've never seen that movie. I literally only know because she's active on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mara Jones gets into Concerned Citizens. She lays low for a little bit. She'll comment on the speeding through school zones posts expressing concern for her several thousand grandchildren. And she'll be like, well, my grandkids have to walk to school because their mother is terrible, my terrible bitch daughter-in-law. Like shit like that. Like I'm in it. I'm role-playing. If this were D&D, I'd be raking in inspiration points because I would deserve them. And finally, Mara Jones makes her own post on Concerned Citizens of Navarre, which is that her granddaughter's birthday is coming up, and she wants a crow. Can anyone send her a crow?
Oh my god. What is the legality on owning Corvids?
That becomes the whole fucking comment section. Thousands of comments on this Facebook post. And, like, I'm replying to all of them because I'm stoned and I don't have anything better to do.
That's so good.
A girl that I remember from high school as being like a horse girl, like animal girl, was like, you can't own crows. They're migratory birds. Like, they need to be free. And I just commented and I was like, you're a very rude young lady. My granddaughter is very responsible. I'm in it. Right?
Right.
Okay. Then I get a new comment notification. It says, Freedom has commented on your post in Concerned Citizens of Navarre.
I do want to
Ladies and gentlemen, my fucking mother.
I do want to point out that you did just dox your mom if you want Tim to...
Yeah, Tim, cut out my mom's last name. But like, yeah, my fucking mother finds the post, comments on the post, and is like an active commenter from that point on, B, on Mara's side. And my mom is like, my daughter loves crows. So I get it.
So she doesn't even know it's you, but
she does not know it's me.
She's on your side because of your known love for these
crows.
For these goth birds.
For a corvid, yeah. I do. I love crows. That's why I picked to make the post about them. Because I love them. And so my mom is like, yeah, I wonder how you can. Like, my daughter would love one. And so she is commenting when people are like, you can't get your granddaughter one of those. She's like, shove it up your ass. My mom is like, team Mara's granddaughter getting what she wants for her birthday. Right?
Yeah.
I take screenshots of this. I send it to my friends immediately. I'm like, this is the funniest shit in the world. Months go by, right? Months go by. And like, I'm not telling my mom about the thing because Mara's profile is like, smoke weed every day, lol. Like, stupid. Months go by, and like, my mom brings up concerned citizens of Navarre, and we're just talking about it. My mom goes, I remember one time there was a lady who wanted to get her granddaughter a crow.
Oh.
And I was like, Mom, that was me. And she was like, what? No, it wasn't. And I was like, yes, it was. Like, this was like fucking a year and a half later.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, it was me. The person's name was Mara Jones. She wanted to get a crow for her granddaughter for her 16th birthday. And I like gave her all the things. And she was like, holy shit, that was you? And I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
And then my mom was just like fucking tickled pink. She thought that was the funniest thing in the world. That like, because like, I think it was her assumption, but if I were to make a fake Facebook profile or something like that, she would know it was me because she's my mom. And I think she was just very surprised that I had done it and she did not know it was me. And then after that, like, she would randomly text me and be like, I love you, crow lady. Which, like, thank you for that, like, honor of a title.
Yeah.
It has been bestowed upon me because of concerned citizens of Navarre.
That is a very good origin story.
Thank you. I just think it's so fucking funny that my mom got in on it. And then not only is my mom in on it, she's like, no, yeah, this 16-year-old girl needs a crow.
That, it sort of reminds me of this story they talked about on Reply All. That I'm not going to go hugely into detail. Essentially, this teenager made a Facebook group that was like a fake company, and then like invited a bunch of his friends, and all they did was like post in like inane like office lingo, just dumb mundane things that were also sort of like making fun of the way adults lived. So you know, it would just be like oh, can't wait for the weekend, gonna go out with my family to the cabin, or like, you know, just very like mundane shit like that. But that was also very funny to me that was like the shit that they were absolutely like living for. Well, well, like the community blew up, but I mean, he had assigned like supervisors, like everyone had a job title, everyone was role playing this
hilarious.
Like office. Well, then it like blew up, and a bunch of the people started doing like bits within it of like, oh, and the lizards got, you know, loose in the mailroom, like that kind of stuff. And he was like, no. Like, this isn't a place for you to make your, like, dumb middle-aged person jokes that you think are funny. This is where we make fun of you. Like, that's not what's going on. And eventually, he was banning people for a while that were making, like, the dumb jokes and stuff like that. And then eventually he was like, okay, this is getting too much. People want to do this, whatever. I'm going to, like, pass off, you know, control to like the people who want to apparently do this, you know, these dumb jokes that I don't think are funny, that are very much like older
Old dude
people's
jokes,
sense
yeah.
of humor, like bad puns, that kind of stuff. And so, like, the guy who was kind of, like, leading that charge, like, messaged him, and they, like, I guess he like, made him admin of the page for $20 or something like that. And then the guy turned around and banned him and, like, all of the original people from the page. And, like, there's something in that makes me absolutely so fucking furious of just, like, there was this cool space where people made jokes, and those jokes were to one end, and then, like, it was quickly overtaken and made terrible. And then the original people got fucked over.
Old dude thing to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that just reminded me. I think it is probably high time that we pivot here into our episode.
I would like to mention one thing that I very much enjoy. Tim cut this girl's name, but do you remember?
Yes.
She created a page called Unconcerned Citizens of Navarre.
I think I remember this.
And it was, thank you, school drop-off, for ruining my life.
Well, there was unconcerned citizens, and then there was, like, concerned citizens, like, after dark or something like that. Like, there was a, you know, Navarre Let's Get Nasty page, like.
Ooh.
I mean, it wasn't for, like, anything gross. It was just, like, you could be a little more unhinged than.
Yeah. There was one that my mom's coworker was telling me about where it was, like, completely uncensored, and people would go on there and say, like, this bitch gave me herpes and stuff like that. Like, it was just, like, the wild, wild fucking West.
Yeah.
But my favorite Unconcerned Citizens of Navarre post is, hello, everyone. I saw a bear today. Guys, I saw a bear. There was a bear, and I saw it in the yard. Just want you all to know I saw a bear. Let me know if you see a bear, and post a pic if you also see a bear, so we will all know who sees bears. Bear seer.
Are these, like, in preceding comments, or is this all one post?
All one post. It's like she made a Facebook page for it.
Okay, yeah. So this is someone making fun of the fact that it's constantly posted on there that they see a bear. Okay. I get you.
Oh, wait. This one's also funny. It can get cut, but it's funny. It's, the squirrels are taking over. First our power. What next? I blame the liberals. Concerned conservative. Hashtag squirrella warfare.
Oh my god. That's bad.
Okay. Alright, Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. I do wish we need to figure out a little stinger here. Like, there's a couple podcasts I listen to where they have, like, a little jingle to, like, separate it. You know what I mean?
Tim puts the music in.
Between this and the
think
breakdown?
Sometimes I can ask him to.
I mean, we don't have to. I was listening
it's not hard for him to do it.
I was listening to Block Party, and they have a little jingle from they get into their, like, main thing that's really good. Okay, anyways, we're going to move on to our breakdown. Okay, so we are on episode 9?
Mm-hmm.
Called Stinging a Stinger. Mm-hmm. So we see Link. He's riding through the forest on horseback. He's, like, lounging on the back of his horse, which I want to say his name I was about to say named Catherine. Mm-hmm. He's doing the classic, like, plucking the petals off the flower and saying, Zelda loves me not, loves me not. It ends on not.
Did you ever do that?
No, but
I did.
This is gonna be dumb. I never did it with I never did it with a real flower, but Super Mario 64 on the DS had a little mini game where that's what you did. And, like, mostly it was just, like, the game would, like, keep track of it for, like, Yoshi. But, I mean, there was probably a point in my life where I was young enough to have in the back of my head, like, all right, this one's about that girl. So we'll let the DS decide. I don't know who it would have been at that point in time. Let me see when the DS came out.
Every major crush I've ever had.
And
like,
well, I just don't know the time frame. It came out in 2004, so I was 9.
Who was it? 4th grade.
I don't know that there was really. I didn't like connect with a whole lot of people. Maybe like. I mean, we're not gonna. Well, Tim, bleep the last name.
I'm gonna make Tim. Yeah.
Sarah. Sarah. She was in my year.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, we were friends around that time, so it was probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cute.
I think, yeah.
4th grade for me, Andrew fucking. You know what I remember? He had a nice butt. Full circle.
Okay, but you can't say that about a 4th grader.
No, I mean, I remember thinking that at the time.
Right. But yeah, no, the DS was I was really putting my life in the DS's hands, and it did not steer me correctly.
Oh no.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so it ends on not. Link is mad at the flower. He hears an old man yelling for help and runs off to help him. And we see a guy being accosted by ruffians. Just some real burly men with, like, clubs and shit. Also, like, some of the few other humans we've seen, like, in this series.
Yeah.
Like, the amateur magician competition, we saw some people there, and then, like...
Those might not have been humans.
Yeah, who knows? And, like, the old woman, like, cleaning the car, or selling oranges on, like, that one. But this is probably, like, the biggest cluster of people we've seen.
They actually walk through, like, the biggest city in Hyrule. That's, like, their equivalent to, like, the population of fucking New York.
Essentially, yeah. So Link kind of does a cool flip, and he tells the people to take a hike, and one of them goes to attack. Link, like, cuts his club in half and does a cool spin move. Mm-hmm. Another guy, like, throws a spear, and he blocks that, and, like, he beats the shit out of them. They get super embarrassed and run off, and trip over themselves and all this stuff. And we are left with the old man to thank Link, who is Sleaze Nose the Peddler, who is the most anti-Semitic caricature
I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. People come for J.K. Rowling about the goblins, but, like, I think this is worse.
He's got, like, the kind of, he's, like, short, he's hunched a little bit, he's got like, a real long nose that's all hooked.
All
he has, like,
and knobbly.
He's got that little, like, underbeard, like, thing you see in, like, the, like, caricatures.
Like, the only thing he's missing to, like, make it clear to you that this is supposed to be, like, a terrible racist, or not racist, anti-Semitic caricature of a Jewish man is a fucking yarmulke. Like,
yeah, that's literally it.
And they probably didn't put it on there because they, like, do not have it in them at all to be whatever. Like, it's so Sleaze Nose.
Yeah, that's also calling attention to the nose is not. It's bad.
Well, and then also
I don't understand how any of this, like, made it across an executive's desk, and he was just like,
no fucking clue. I have no idea. His name is Sleaze Nose. He introduced himself. He says, Sleaze knows the name. Peddling's my game. So he's a fucking peddler.
Yeah.
And then he tricks and swindles Link. And then so he attempts to go swindle Ganon.
Yeah. So he offers Link a fancy sword in payment for, like, saving him. Link goes, oh, well, I already have a sword. And he's like, well, I'll just take, that other sword off your hands. No big deal. And Link likes to look at the new fancy sword. It's like a scimitar. It's all shiny.
Holy shit.
And Sleazenose also tells him it makes him irresistible to women, especially princesses. Link carries some burden in this.
Smooth, stupid brain.
Yeah, so he makes a trade and then hears Zelda screaming in the distance, so he runs off to help. And we see Sleazenose laughing. He probably does the comical, like, rubbing his hands together. Like, just really sells it home. Says that, Link is essentially a sucker, and the ruffians from earlier come back, and he pays them off for their performance.
Yeah.
And then we see...
Link should be used to that happening by now.
Yeah, it's quite often that he gets...
Fucked
gets tricked.
Yeah, well, he's dumb. Like...
Yeah, no, he's not...
He's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. So we see Zelda, she's now getting chased by, I believe they're called Patra.
They're flying eyeballs.
Flying eyeballs. And Link, like, kind of is like, oh, I got this, and he starts to taunt them, and they fly over to attack him. They blast him, and he goes to block it, and his sword, his brand new sword, immediately breaks in half.
And then he
gets zapped in the ankle, and then falls over, because he's a little bitch, I guess.
Yeah.
He realizes the sword is a fake, and Ganon appears, and then has his moblins capture Link and Zelda while he has no way to fight back. Which, I mean, I don't know. Seems like they could have tried to run or something. We don't really get to see the fight. We just know that they are captured.
I'm just glad that we're over 3/4 of the way done with this.
Yeah, the show's not great.
It's starting to physically hurt me. Like, I'm taking, what's it called in D&D? I'm taking psychic damage.
Right.
Right now, as we do this.
So we are shown Ganon's lair, and Link and Zelda are chained up in there.
Yeah.
And he's kind of gloating. A moblin comes in and whispers in Ganon's ear, and Ganon's like, oh, well, let him in. And we see Sleazenose come in. He is there to sell Ganon Link's sword. And he wants 1,000 rupees for it, which Ganon, says is outrageous, which, I mean, it's probably high. Don't get me wrong.
It's a lot. But
Ganon's
it's supposed to be a magic sword.
I mean, it is, but, like, it's one of those things where I think, in terms of absolute value, yes, Ganon is maybe being, being highballed a bit, but Ganon's also, like...
consistently getting fucked over and does want that twink obliterated.
But I'm saying he's this huge, powerful, like, whatever. I mean, he can't... Is 1,000 really gonna... Is that really gonna fucking sink him?
It probably is. He probably manages his money terribly. It's all going to fucking dry ice for the special effects for the evil jar. He can't afford to feed himself. Probably. I don't know. I hate this show. I fucking hate this show.
Ganon says the price is outrageous and just has his moblins also arrest Sleazenose.
Well, and
Sleazenose, he's completely unprepared for this.
Here's what I don't get. Okay? Why steal Link's sword if you don't think Ganon... Like, if there's... Why did he steal Link's sword? Like, it does not seem like he had a plan to sell it to Ganon. Like, it didn't seem like they had an arrangement. So, like...
Yeah, it definitely wasn't made beforehand, but I could see him thinking, like, Ganon fucking hates this dude. So, like, if I can get his sword from him, maybe he'll
he took the time to like hire dudes and like plan like this Ocean's 11 heist for this sword. Why didn't it occur to him like, I'm just gonna walk my ass over to Hylian McDonald's and start flipping, Moblin burgers?
Oh, do you think they make it out of Moblins?
I don't know, Brayden.
This raises some troubling questions.
Why not just get a fucking job? Like, I sound like such a Republican, but like it's how I feel.
Why doesn't Sleazenose just pull himself up by his bootstraps?
By his bootstraps. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, he has no recourse and just allows himself to be taken.
Stupid. Yeah, it's just
Ganon takes Link's sword anyways and has a prolonged evil laugh.
Yeah.
Then we see Link, Zelda, and Sleazenose all being taken to a cell, and Sleazenose is offering things as like a bribe to the guard. The list of which is a crystal ball with a remote control.
Oh, so that's like a TV.
Yeah, I think he even says like a color crystal ball. Which
dumb, it's stupid.
Yeah. Knives that never need sharpening, and a lifetime subscription to Wizards Weekly, my absolute favorite periodical and one that I absolutely need access to. Wizards Weekly? Are you kidding me?
Hey, do you think Wizards Weekly is a periodical, or do you think it's like a Deer Penthouse? Like, do you think?
Right. Is it this is for wizards to keep up to date on wizard stuff, or is this sexy wizards?
Is wizard stuff really changing weekly, though? I think it is sexy wizards, because I have a hard time believing that the arcane arts are so rapidly updating.
All right. Well, let's list top sexy wizards.
You go first.
See, I feel like most wizards. You know what? Jordan's gonna get a kick out of this. I'm gonna go Taco Adventure Zone.
Okay. Who was sexy in Harry Potter?
Wow, they really did not nail down the
sexiness.
the role of sexy wizard. There was not
in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
No, nobody was sexy. I guess maybe Victor Crumb was sexy. But
yeah.
He was 17.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be fairly young.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's something that nerds on the internet do, is the second you're like, Harry Potter was 17, stop being a pervert, they're like, 17 is legal for wizards. 17-year-olds are adults and wizards. Fuck off. They're 17. They're not real.
I mean,
you're a pervert.
Young Dumbledore is
Jude Law.
Jude Law, so
I don't think Jude Law is very sexy.
I mean, I think he's an attractive man. I don't know if
he looks pretty British to me.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He doesn't exude sex, but I think he's not. I don't think he's a bad looking dude.
No, but I mean,
I think if you're talking. Right, but I'm saying if you're...
it's not sexy.
If you're looking at a cast of Harry Potter characters and, adult male wizards, I think he's probably top of the list.
Hold on. Well, you know what? Why don't we just sexy wizard? Why don't we just Google this and see what comes up? I'm seeing a lot of Harry Potter. I'm seeing a lot of Harry Potter.
I mean, there was, Bill was the older brother, but I mean that was
Bill
Domhnall
was
Gleeson.
Sexy. Yeah, I know what the fuck I just said. Bill was sexy. And you know what? Domhnall Gleeson and fucking Peter Rabbit still sexy. What's up?
See,
How
I
you
searched
doing?
sexy wizard and it's all women, which I think is unfair.
Well, that's what comes up when you Google sexy anything.
I mean, that's true. Hold on. Here's a man. It's a Shutterstock image titled Sexy Wizard Attractive Bearded Man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it, but he is wearing, I think, Walmart Halloween.
Yeah, it's
section.
He's wearing a white button-up shirt, a very cheap cape, with a collar, and then like an almost see-through wizard hat.
It's probably I dressed up like a witch for Halloween for work because if I showed up and nobody else was dressed up, I could take the hat off. And, I'm just a normal person. It's about the same hat that I wore. Like I got it for $3 at Target.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Just came across a Redbubble Sexy Wizard t-shirt.
Oh, please show it to me.
So sent that your way so you can really just get
it says, I'm a sexy wizard. And then it's the guy from, I want to say The Sword and the Stone.
It does look like that version of Merlin, yeah. Except...
all in all, the only sexy wizard we can think of is Domhnall Gleeson and Taco from TV.
Right.
I would argue that he is less sexy wizard and more the indescribable attraction I feel to Justin McElroy.
It's such a weird thing because
I'm just going to be into whatever it is he does.
It's such a weird thing where like, I think it is to my benefit that more people weirdly think that Justin McElroy is attractive. Because I would say in terms of looks, I am not Justin McElroy-esque. However,
you're just McElroy adjacent.
However, it still confuses me.
Not to. You want to make this weird? I can make it weird. Make it weird very fast. I don't think you're unattractive.
I appreciate that. All right, let's. I'm not good at taking compliments in any sense. I think
that's why I had to phrase it in a way.
Right.
That's not a compliment.
It's just,
I don't think you're unattractive.
It's
a
non-insult.
Yeah, I just wasn't mean to you, and you're miserable.
Okay. All right. We gotta focus.
Sexy wizards.
Okay. Yeah. So no, we've done this. Wizards Weekly.
That's porn.
Yes, it is porn of wizards. Okay.
Or is it porn for wizards?
No. I think it's got to be porn of wizards because like.
Is that what you think?
Well, because like you wouldn't if you were putting together like a magazine of sexy librarians, right? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't you're not making that if you were to title it like Sexy Librarians Weekly, that would not be for sexy librarians.
Well, it's not called Sexy Wizards Weekly.
Well, it's just called Wizards Weekly. But like
right. This might be porn for wizards because wizards are weird. Canonically.
But you wouldn't write Men Weekly or Men's Weekly or whatever and expect that to be porn for men.
I don't know. I don't make porn.
Porn of men is more.
I don't make porn.
Okay, I'm just.
Maybe
I think it's porn of wizards. Is all I'm saying.
I think it's like a like.
I think you get to see their wand.
It's disgusting.
Get to see a couple of their magic balls. You know.
My theory. This is my theory, and then we will move on. God willing. When you go to the gas station to buy porn, as you can in some gas stations, you've never, like, at the Class 6, dude, on base, you can buy porn.
I mean...
Absolutely you can.
I guess I'm starting off with the assumption that, like, if you're buying physical porn, you're weird.
Well... yeah, absolutely you are. But I'm talking about, like, a Playboy.
I still don't. Just use Google.
There are stories in Playboy.
Come on, though.
You might want to read. Hey, you might want to read. The woman with her whole vagina open is is not why I'm buying it. I'm interested in the self-care tips. The self-care tips are disgusting. But so I just feel like it's like a discreet packaging thing. When you order a dildo on the internet, it does not come to you in a big box that says dildo.
So you think Wizards Weekly is like a euphemism?
Yes, it's sexy porn for wizards. They hide it from their wives. When it comes up on their bank statements, you're not like, oh, you've been subscribed to, like, you know.
Yeah, you're just like, well, I'm just trying to keep up, on the goings on. I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses, when it comes to my wizarding.
And my Johnson.
Well, if you lay it all out there, she's gonna know something's up if it has to do with your Johnson.
I know, I'm just saying. So that's my theory. Wizards Weekly, discreet packaging. I mean, I would be mortified. I have ordered sex toys off the internet before. If it did come to me in a box that said dildo on it really big on the side, and I'm, like, signing for it with the UPS man, like, I would probably just fucking kill myself. And I'm, like, a pretty confident person.
I do
like,
wonder
not ashamed.
stuff like, like bigger websites that are more established, like Adam and Eve or something. Like,
yeah.
Do they put Adam and Eve on there?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't. It's just a box, like one you get from Amazon.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's
sense.
like, I appreciate that. Not everybody needs to know my business. There is also a sex toy subscription service. I haven't gotten it, but I've seen it.
Like a
on
monthly
YouTube.
box?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's a neat concept. It's called Slutbox, and that does come in like a big red box that says Slutbox on the side.
Well, but I wonder if that is inside, you know what I mean? Like if that's like the quote-unquote the box, but it comes in like another cardboard box that's less.
The lady I saw who reviewed it was like, this was on my porch.
Oh.
And I was like, rip. That sucks.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm sorry. I switched tabs and Mario assaulted me.
Mario assaulted you?
I switched tabs and then it was just like, hey, paisanos. Like really loud.
Hey, paisanos.
I want to read you this before we get back into it. It says, ladies of Reddit, what is the most sexiest thing an overweight gamer has done that made you immediately want to have sex with him / be his girlfriend?
Oh, God.
I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we have fully defined our expectations for Wizards Weekly.
Yeah.
Zelda remarks that they are probably going to be eaten. And Link says, well, what if I have a kiss for dessert? Doesn't make sense.
No.
It would be as an appetizer.
I get that's an aperitif.
Aperitif, making fun of me. Whatever.
No, I'm asking. Not everything I say is mean.
Like, every time that word is mentioned, it's usually you making fun of me.
This is the first time I've ever brought it up.
You did, like, literally the last time we recorded.
Oh, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. You can't expect me to remember a week ago.
I get like, dessert's the, like, sexier way to frame it, but, like, it's not gonna be dessert if it's before.
Aperitif. I don't think we've been saying it right.
Yeah, it's like aperitif.
Yeah, aperitif.
There's another I. I don't know. I don't say most words right. It's fine.
Oh, this one's a porcupine.
I don't... As a...
It's like tomatoes.
What?
What? What are you not understanding?
You can't say it's a porcupine and then it's tomatoes.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. I see it. It's... Well, when I think of that, I'm thinking of the drink.
What?
Not like a food. Because, like, an aperitif and a digestif are both alcoholic beverages.
Or food.
It's usually a drink.
Okay, but...
that would just be an appetizer.
No,
if it were the food.
An aperitif is specifically smaller, more like an amuse-bouche.
I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Two dumbasses.
Yes. So says he wants to kiss for dessert. Doesn't make sense. She's not into it anyways. They get tossed into a pit with the Goma inside, a la Rancor in Star Wars.
They probably did directly fucking rip off. Like, if you think about the time.
Yeah, I mean 80s. Yeah, probably. So they're trying to figure out what all they have to fight the Goma with. Zelda has some rope. Link has a boomerang. He upends Slee's nose to see what he has in his pockets, and there are a couple of lock picks. So he sets Slee's nose to picking the lock while him and Zelda fight off the Goma. He does tell Zelda to lasso the Goma. He does say lasso, which was weird.
Maybe like Canadians made this, so it's like almost what we would consider normal.
Why don't you lasso that there, eh?
Yeah, it's like almost what we think of as normal, and then they say something like lasso, and we're like, what?
I listen to a podcast that's a bunch of Canadians, and they say certain things that are just so like certain things that almost sound like overly American to like in a way that I would think it would be like how a Midwestern person would say it, which I mean is probably true. There's some dialect stuff in common.
On the plains.
Yeah. But like they'll say pasta instead of pasta.
Oh, pasta.
To me, pasta very much sounds like an Americanized, like very suburban, shitty white. Like I just don't like it. But they say
to me that's very British. I feel like British people say pasta. Yeah,
maybe
they say pasta.
They say Mazda as Mazda, the same kind of thing. But the one that I learned that is fucked up, and this is not like across Canada. It's only like certain provinces. Mm-hmm. What would you call, not a bumper sticker, but like if you were to put the thing on your car, that would be
not a bumper sticker?
Yeah, starts with D.
They say decal.
Yeah, they say decal.
Oh,
or
okay.
decal. They do say either, but they don't say a decal.
No, yeah. I watch a YouTuber, like two girls, and they're Canadian, and they're from, I think the west coast of Canada.
Right.
Or maybe not. I have just no concept of what's going on up there. But she said decal. The first time she said it, I thought she was making a joke.
Yeah, no, they fully say it that way.
And I was like, oh, that's not very funny, but like she's trying. No,
yeah. I do want to say this is a quick thing. It honestly should have been on our uploading, next week bit about things we like and dislike. I mean, it's not even worth the whole segment on there. But anyways, Zed is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Because, okay, this isn't even like obviously I'm American, I think the American way is better. There is no other, vocalization for a letter that starts and ends with a consonant to make a complete sound.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. There's no other letter that does it. Why would Z be different? Why would it be Zed and not Z? Because everything else is open on one end, at least.
How is Zed, too, somehow, magically more easily distinguishable?
I get it against, C or, whatever, but
I don't
we
really
have plenty of other things that already have close pronunciations. It's dumb. Yeah. Anyways, okay, back to the thing. Zelda's kind of getting...
I'm kind of happy that Goma is back also. He did die.
Well, as we see, everything that dies just kind of goes back in the bong.
Oh god, I wish that were me.
Zelda gets picked up off her feet while she's trying to lasso it, gets swung around, but Link says it's according to his plan, and he blasts a stalactite off the ceiling. It hits Goma, and she continues to wrap around it, tying it up. We do get a couple of excuse me princesses here. One before they take it down, and then one afterwards when he's asking for a kiss where she's too nauseous from spinning around. And
I get that.
He does deliver this excuse me princess very sadly. The second one. Sleaze knows.
He should know.
Yeah. He should know at this point.
Well, he should know at this point that it's not going to happen. He should also, Tim knows, right, that if we go to like Disney World or somewhere there where there are roller coasters, don't try and fucking touch me. Because I am going to be nauseous. Am I getting on every roller coaster? Yes, absolutely. Can my body handle that? No. So, like, you should know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Sleaze Nose is trying to pick the lock. He's remarking that if he can get it open in time, he can just leave Link and Zelda there. But they come back before he's done. I do want to remark the bars are definitely wide enough that any of them could fully slip out, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, so they go back to their castle, and they are consulting the Triforce of Wisdom of how to fight back against Ganon without Link's sword. And it tells them, when magical means will not suffice, use natural means as your device. They're confused, but Sprite comes in to tell them essentially the same thing, that they need to use natural weapons against Ganon, not magic, because Ganon has the upper hand when it comes to magic. And Zelda says natural means... Like bugs? Yeah.
I don't know why
Which
that's
was
the first thing that came into your head.
super dumb to say, but Sprite's like, no, yeah, exactly that. You're right. It's bugs. So we see a montage of them, Sleaze Nose in a beekeeper suit, grabbing a hive and loading into a catapult.
What I don't get is why he's still with them.
Yeah, I don't really, like, unless they're forcing him to help because, he kind of screwed them over.
I mean, I guess, but shouldn't you expect that he would still continue to screw you over?
Yeah, and it sort of looks like they're still, like, they're going about, like, the stuff they have to do as well and just kind of, trusting that he'll stick around for some reason.
Yeah, I don't really, whatever.
I mean, he does kind of try to screw them over, so I get why he stayed. I still don't get why he chose to, or why they chose to trust him.
I would have kicked his ass and been like, leave.
So he grabs the hive, puts it in a catapult that they set up. We see them shoveling an anthill into a box. Sleaze Nose gets another hive and puts it in this little ornate chest. And then we see Link climb a tree and set a rope on the branch, and he watches the road as Ganon appears and approaches on like a giant beetle, I think. Sleaze Nose runs out waving a white flag and says that he feels bad and wants to give Ganon a present, and Ganon is also stupid, so he does accept the prize. Sleaze Nose tells him it's the Triforce he's been looking for, and it's, of course, the chest we saw earlier. He opens it up, and bees come out. Ganon is getting absolutely fucked by these bees.
I mean...
What?
Yeah, bees do that. What?
No, it was just you paused for a very long time.
My butt hurts. I'm distracted.
Ganon starts swinging Link's sword around at the bees, I guess hoping he'll hit one or two. And Link swings in on his rope and steals his sword back as Zelda catapults the other hive in, covering Ganon in yet more bees. That finally is enough, and Ganon scoots on home. And as they're celebrating, Link does say, "Buzz off, Ganon." So, little joke there. And then
nice
he asks Zelda to kiss him. Oh, no, Zelda says, "Kiss me." And then he says, "I'd be glad to, honey." And those bad puns completely turn her off, and she leaves him there.
I was going to ask how relatable that was to you, because
I will say
your puns are so terrible.
Yeah, there was a period of time where I relied on puns for most of my jokes,
and they were never
no, they were
funny.
never good. It was that sort of like kind of groan reaction that's like, a little rewarding, but not in the sense that like I should have kept going. But no, I never tried to like impress a girl with that. So, and now I just
was about to ask, like, nobody was throwing underwear at you.
Yeah.
Right?
Now I just fully rely on my jokes being entirely incoherent. So I kind of like overcorrected, but
One of these days.
One of these
We'll
days,
get there.
I'll really center that in, and I'll tell one good joke, and then I can die. Link realizes that the Triforce was left unguarded, and that Sleazenose probably took it, and they run back, and it's gone, and he's freaking out, but Zelda kind of chuckles, and she reveals that the Triforce is actually in Link's pile of dirty laundry that is just perpetually there.
That's relatable to me. I hate laundry.
She says that she had Sprite cast a spell on the anthill box that they had filled, and we see Sleazenose like running out with it, and he opens it up to try to find the Triforce, but or no, it looks like the Triforce. It turns into the box, and then he opens it, and a bunch of ants come out, which he also does just sort of like stand there for a while and let ants climb on him.
I was about to say, it was my education, like, growing up in the South, that when you see an ant, you gotta go. You gotta leave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know,
get out of there.
Maybe they're not as bad in other areas, but fire ants are very common.
Yes. Hey, do you want to know the most painful thing I've ever experienced?
Sure.
I sat on a fire ant mound.
Ooh, yeah.
In Mississippi at my grandparents' house, and they got into my underwear, and they did sting my vagina.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yes. Well, and then, like, my mom was deployed, so, like, my dad had to help me, and, like, it's just probably not what he wanted to do.
Yeah, so...
It was terrible.
Sleazenose does eventually freak out. He drops the box and runs off into the woods, and Zelda and Link are watching, and she says, "And that's how you sting a stinger." And they have a nice laugh.
Alternatively, Zelda commits, like, a hate crime.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a hate crime as much as it was a revenge plot towards a person who happened to be a horrible caricature of a minority.
I just really want to harp on how
heinous this depiction is.
It is. And it's like, I don't even know how to speak about it sensitively, because I don't want the assumption to be that, like, I think these things about Jewish people, because
right.
I do not. But if you're at all familiar with, like, old, like, Jewish stereotypes or, like, European folklore,
yeah,
like, it's really...
Yeah,
even the fact that he's, like, at the end trying again to steal something from them.
Yeah, he's constantly swindling and being underhanded and, like, all this. It's not good.
It's, I think it is actually short of, like, I don't know, Nazi propaganda, like, which I had to see for a class that I took, probably the, like, most horrendous stereotypical portrayal.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Anything I've ever seen.
Like you said, the only ways it really could have gotten worse is like a yarmulke, or they just, apropos of nothing, gave him like a Jewish last name.
Yeah,
like that's pretty much it.
Even his voice was like reedy.
Yeah, it's not.
And
good.
like high pitched and like. Every negative stereotype you can think about, he checks that fucking box.
Yeah. So, I think overall the episode is pretty bad on its own, but that really kicks it. I think this is one of the
worst ones.
Yeah, it's definitely at the bottom there.
What would you say is the worst one so far?
I mean, probably either this one or let me look at the list.
Also, just, like, in terms of plot, like, nothing really happened. It was not even interesting.
No. So far, the Ringer was the Wizard in Competition, was Ganon.
That was the first one.
Yes. Cold spells, sprites like magic goes Haywire. That one was pretty bad.
I don't
the
even
White
remember
Knight.
that.
That's Prince Facade. That one was like annoying. The characters acted in an annoying way. I don't know.
Yeah. I
Kiss
remember,
and
though, that we at
Tell
least
was-
had fun, like, recapping that one.
Yeah. Kiss and Tell was the frog one. That one I think was dumb but fun. Sing for the Unicorn I still think is probably the best.
Still think that one's probably the best one.
Sinking Feeling was a magnet one. I think that one was probably pretty bad just in terms of, like, not a whole lot happened. Then
We
the
should, at
Doppelganger.
the end, like, try and rank these.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, so far it's like one or two that are up towards the top, one or two that are right at the bottom, and then just everything else is just kind of, It's all like sort of a slog.
I know. So much of it, like, I like flush my brain like a toilet when we get when we get done recording this, because I don't want to remember literally fucking any of it.
Yeah. Did you have any patch note stuff?
No. Do you?
No.
Okay. Well, we're done.
Yep. So,
Goodbye.
we have just uploaded our first, actually
Patreon
paid only.
exclusive.
Yeah, Patreon exclusive. So if you want to check that out, we talk about some posts from subreddits, relationships, and Am I the Asshole? Some kind of wacky stories people had and weird interactions. So if you want to hear that, you can check out our Patreon. We're on there as Video Game Pod. We also just recorded a new one that will be up in a couple weeks.
We put them out every other Friday.
Yes, and that one will be the likes and dislikes that we were talking about earlier. So you can check that out. It's $5 a month to get access to our bonus content. You can follow us.
It's $1 a month if you just like us.
Right. You can follow us on Twitter at VideoGamePod or on Instagram at VideoGamePod. You can follow us individually. I'm at BCJetty on Twitter.
I am at Crow Queen. Big surprise. That's Queen spelled Kween.
Our editing and our theme was done by Tim. You can find him on Twitter at Stillman Audio, STILLMUN.
Yeah.
And our artwork was done by a good friend of mine, Jordan. You can find her stuff on Instagram at LemonLimeateArt. She has her Etsy on there as well if you're interested in commissioning anything. So that everything. Rate and review us on iTunes, tell a friend, all that stuff. That really helps us grow. I think when we're done with this series is when we're really going to try to push getting everything out there. That way we have like a full thing that, people can check us out. But in the meantime, try to get your friends involved, try to get listens. The rating and reviewing is really that sort of stuff is what puts us on charts.
Okay, I have a new proposal.
Okay,
if you rate and review and you prove to me somehow that you did that, I will send you a picture of my dog. My dogs are perfect.
They're very good dogs.
You can pick between the dogs. I'm going to let you know that Lyra does sit for pictures easier, and she's the husky. So she's, just objectively prettier than the other one. I will send you a picture of my dog special just for you. Not one that I've posted on Instagram.
What's the, not boutique, but what's the bespoke?
A bespoke picture of one of my dogs. If I can get them to sit, bitch, I'll get both of them in there for you. I will whistle so Lyra howls if you want a video of her howling, even though it hurts my ears. I will work with you.
Yep, so do all of that. It would be a huge help. Thank you guys for listening. And I think we are ready to move on to the segment that we all look forward to.
Hold on, I want to switch it up.
Oh, okay.
I want to do the outro.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we are done. So I know you guys look forward to our world-renowned award-winning EGOT recipient outro. And I just want to put the pressure on Brayden so he
multiple
can see how it
Tonys
feels.
on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. EGOTs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's
With
not
an S
just
at
the
the
one.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Multiple Emmys, multiple Grammys. Yeah, just world renowned. And I just want to put the pressure on Brayden because I don't think he understands what the fuck I'm going through over here.
I try and come up with them.
So, Brayden, take it away.
Okay, and... Ooh. Really when you get down to it, what's the pig say in Looney Tunes? He says that's all, folks, but I can't do the weird mouth thing, like the
Well,
that
why
thing
do
he
you
does.
think I can do it?
I don't know that you can.
I can't. I don't think. I haven't tried. I'm not gonna try.
Okay.
Also.
Come on and slam.
And welcome to Japan. Do you get what I'm referencing, or
No,
do I
I
just sound
do.
like a weeb?
No, yes,
okay.
I know.
That'll have to work as a placeholder
Right.
till we get it just 100%.
Okay, you said you wanted to do the outro. Are you doing like the specific words, or am I?
What? We don't have an outro.
Yeah, but there's
That's the
like
whole joke.
no, I know, but there's the thing.
What's the thing?
Okay, folks, and
forget
we
the
will
thing!
we will definitely have a sign off next time.
Oh, is that the thing?
I've said it on the end of every single.
I
one
told
of
you.
these.
I forget.
Goodbye.
The second we get done.
Bye.